Disturbing details about what led law enforcement to a Kentucky home where they found a missing teenage girl from Fayetteville. And turning down to the Low Country now, the U.S. Supreme Court is siding with Republicans in a South Carolina redistricting dispute on if there are any injuries or damage of the house at that time. This video shows the house out on Doolittle Court just outside of Ayden. In other news now, we've been talking about these hot temperatures all morning long, and as they continue, we asked some experts how you can stay safe, especially among things like house fires. All right, thank you, Rob. We start this morning tracking crime in Goldsboro, where police there say they arrested a man for stealing an ambulance. 23-year-old Raul Sandoval Moore was arrested. Officers say they were called to an area near UNC Health Wayne just after 8 o'clock on Saturday night. Some breaking news out of Jacksonville. New information about an officer-involved shooting over the summer. 90 Side's Davis Supis is joining us now live with details from a news conference with the district attorney. Davis, what are you learning? From positions, fuel dollars, and vehicle maintenance. This is an early version of that EMS budget. It was around $957,000, and this is a look at that updated budget. This one is $720,000. North Carolina Secretary of State Elaine Marshall is talking small businesses. She was joined by several local business owners and economists for a roundtable discussion at ECU yesterday. But it looking like it's going to be a pretty good day to go out there and celebrate. Might be a little cold though, but hey, no winter storms, no snow, none of that.
That makes a meteorologist happy.
Well, Jeffrey, are you frozen yet?
Yeah, you can tell I am completely out of my element here. I mean, just in the last hour I've started shivering, but I mean, it's cold outside, but it could be worse. Thank goodness it's not. Preparations have long been underway for the game, but there's one group in particular that's having a very special practice today. Sasha Loftus is live outside of the site of Super Bowl 58, where a very special group of birds are set to hit the skies today. Hey, Sasha, good morning. Friday's Touchdown Friday,
yes,
so I know
a
lot of people are going to be looking forward to it being pretty nice.
It could be a great night for high school football.
We're back now with your sports. East Carolina made the trip to Queen City today to take on the 49ers of Charlotte. This turned out to be a long day for the Purple and Gold. It was an absolutely gorgeous day for football at Jerry Richards Stadium out on the campus of Charlotte. The 49ers exploded out of the gate. They led 14-J right here when the Pirates finally got things going. Jake Garcia to Tyler Savage for the touchdown. It's Savage's first career touchdown. And also today in the ACC, Wake Forest came from behind and beat NC State 34-30. Pittsburgh beat North Carolina in Chapel Hill 34-24. And we should know Duke did play Georgia Tech tonight. Georgia Tech beat over Duke. That score 21-14. And we're joined again with Beth Ann Atkins, the president and CEO of the Ronald McDonald House Charities right here in Eastern North Carolina. Beth Ann, thanks for joining us again. We saw some of those volunteers there, but talk about some of the other volunteers that you have at the house. Right. And you did mention it takes a village, and that's something that we heard from the families as well about this community aspect of things. Talk about why that's important.
You know,
And WNCT is your local election headquarters, and the stage is being set in Milwaukee, where 8 Republicans will face off in their first primary debate tonight. That's where we find 9 on your sides, Elena Verdine, who is there live at the Town Common. Elena, good afternoon to you. What's out there for people to get excited about? With warmer weather in the forecast and a wetter than usual monsoon, that means pain for allergy sufferers. Dr. Tara Carr, associate professor of the University of Arizona College of Medicine, says the main source of allergies is pollen.
In the springtime, most of our patients are allergic to tree pollens, sometimes grass pollens and weed pollens. And then again, the pollens can kind of come out through the year and cause problems other times.
Carr says an increase in pollen is because of the increase in rainfall we've seen throughout southern Arizona.
We had a significant amount of rain this year, plenty of water in the river for a long time. So I think that's going to increase the amount of pollen that we have from our trees, weeds, and other plants in the springtime.
Carr says the additional moisture and heat are the fuel that causes plants to produce more pollen.
The heat certainly can affect allergies in a few different ways. One is that as it warms up, the trees and other plants start to pollinate. So of course, that's a big part of it. But there's another component where the lining of the nose can be sensitive to the changes in temperature and the changes in humidity that come with that warming.
And it's not just the heat.
When the wind is so heavy like it has been the past couple of days, we're doing a lot of sneezing that we normally don't.
Carr says there are ways to ease the symptoms if you're suffering.
Minimize exposure to what you're allergic to. Of course, this time of year when it's just so beautiful outside, we don't want to live indoors completely, but showering before going to bed and maybe limiting to some extent the amount of time you're spending outdoors, putting the air conditioning on to reduce that pollen exposure can be helpful.
We come once a month to the house. We can have up to 6 people come to cook.
For many families, the kitchen is the heart of the home. And after spending a long day at the hospital, many families are in need of a home-cooked meal. Agnes Marshall and other volunteers from Kellam Baptist Church in Onslow County make the trip to Ronald McDonald House in Greenville to give families a meal from the heart.
A lot of people say, oh, this tastes like what my grandma makes. We prepare lunch, we prepare a supper meal, and if casseroles or biscuits are needed for the freezer, we prepare them.
Marshall says the Kellam Baptist Church community helps cover the cost to provide meals to the Ronald McDonald families.
The money to prepare these meals is actually in our church budget. It comes from the people of our church.
Like many volunteers, Marshall says helping those families in need fills her heart with joy.
It just does my heart good to know that in some way we are helping children and their families. Most of the families that we see are young people, and even though their child is in the hospital, their expenses at home don't go down. Whoever can has to work, and by helping with the house, we're helping them be able to stay with their babies maybe.